Always worth checking. Never know what you might find in their pockets. Hopefully there is something of value here.
Let us try not to be responsible for any industrial-sized accidents while we are here. have your head! Hope you can succeed at that before we are discovered.
What's the meaning of all this? I am not to be... Bonifant.
So, Reliant sends along a merc of their own, then.
Shut it! Hand over the data, or I'll promise you'll regret it.
Well, look at that fire. Junior executive, no more. The answer is no, Mr. Maximoff. This data's worth a lot of money to my potential buyers. Of course, it doesn't have to be just me that benefits. Now,
Reliance property.
if Reliant sent you, then you've had the pleasure of meeting Ms. Strickland. Lovely woman, don't you think? Well, I just want to let you know that you're playing for the wrong side here. Helena Strickland is a credit-pinching hag who won't pay you a fraction of what this data is actually worth in the right hands. I, however, understand the importance of appropriate compensation. I will pay you handsomely right now to turn around, get back in your ship, and inform Helena that our Bonifant here betrayed her. That he killed the courier, stole Reliant's precious data, but was then tragically killed during the handoff with Ecliptic. I'll even handle the killing part myself. What do you say?
Quiet! It's not going to work! It's not, right?
We are not cutting some kind of deal.
Well, I can't say I didn't try. But, I've got an auction to plan, so I guess I'll just have to get rid of you myself. Ta-ta.
Last bad decision you're ever making.
Best not to leave anything useful behind.
Want to take a look? Data's intact? Thank God. I'll take my own ship back to Gagarin. I'm sure Helena will be... Well, she'll be happy to see you, at least. I'll see you back. This is going to be huge for my career. I hope that Claude didn't do too much damage to my ship.
Facilities like this often prioritize profit over safety for the workers. Be mindful of your surroundings. What does your scanner reveal?
All thrusters firing. Stay in orbit or jump. Your call. Touching down.
Do you see anything useful?
Lifting off now. Retro's firing. Orbit stabilized.
Welcome to UC Space. Maintain your current course while we scan your ship's cargo. Scan complete. You are cleared to land at New Atlantis.
Welcome to UC Space. Maintain your current course while we scan your ship's cargo. Scan complete. You are cleared to land at Gagarin.
There are always credits to be made from mining, even if they are barely enough to get by.
You're back. Without Mr. Maximoff. Is he all right? You didn't have to deal with him, did you? Maldonado. I know that name. He's a renowned data broker. Black market. I'll have to let corporate know about his involvement. And that you managed to stop him. This was good work. Excellent work. Speaking of which, would you be so kind as to hand over the data? By reputation only, I assure you. We're not the only firm that's had research or client data simply wander off, then crop up in the hands of a criminal element. And that name cropped up in more than a few of them. So it does seem that you've spared us from becoming his next victim. And here you are. I included a little extra for all the added trouble you no doubt faced. You have Reliance And my gratitude. Corporate will be very interested to hear that Maldonado was involved in this little caper. I expect some new data protections to come down after this. Yes, I'm very generous. You're welcome.
You have not been authorized to direct this unit. Thank you for your understanding.
Ah, there you are. Look, it merits saying again. Thank you. Now, if you'll excuse me, the landscape of medical science isn't going to remake itself. Well, I made it out alive thanks to you. So I'd say things are going pretty well. But sorry, I should really get back to it. Gagarin is a city on the rise. Cheap facilities, an enthusiastic labor market. Archmite and Satari Mills are just learning what Reliant's known for years. Gagarin is the place to do business. Who knows? Drink themselves to death? I honestly haven't the slightest. I'm usually too busy trying to make something of this city. Or, too busy being interrupted by the occasional kidnapping. But if you aren't the seize the day type, you can wander over to Lizzie's. I heard she's actually expanded her menu recently, trying to draw in a more desirable clientele. It's long past due.
Man, could I use a vacation?
Not much time to talk. Lots of cargo to sort through today. Sorry, I don't mean to be rude, but I've got a lot of shipments to process still, so let's cut to the chase. Are you here to claim a shipment in storage, or do you have some other shipping concern? Did one of my robots wander off again? Was it something else entirely? You'd be surprised. Gagarin's had a bit of a resurgence lately as an industrial hub. It seems like every week they're storing and shipping more and more cargo. That reminds me, if this keeps up, we're going to need more robots. Well, it's owned by Unified Transport. We employ a mostly robotic staff. Fewer mistakes that way. We do short-term storage, long-term. I guess that's pretty much it. It's a warehouse. We do shipping. Enough said. What do you expect? Robots never get tired. They don't need breaks. They can carry heavy loads. They're faster and more efficient in every way for this kind of work. And if I'm being honest, I prefer their company. When you've spent most of your life in space away from people, you learn to trust technology more than humanity. Auf Wiedersehen.
I remember watching shiny new mechs rolling onto ships at the port. It's been a long...
Chronicles of the Mech Riders. It's a good title. You'd read it, right? Ah, then let me explain. Action, adventure, heartbreak, humanity at its absolute most raw. Ever since I left the military, I've been thinking about writing chronicles. Interviewing other mech pilots about what it was like to experience the war strapped in, and what it's been like for us ex-pilots since mechs were banned. Deployed from 2309 till the fleet got themselves blown to bits 2 years later, and the UC waved the white flag. I was at the Battle of Mars when the Free Stars dropped in to try and blow our industrial output to smithereens. If you've ever visited Sidonia and noticed it's still in one piece, that's my unit's work.
I find other ways to spend my time more compelling. But I am sure some would find it riveting.
Well, in the bold future where the book's done and I don't have to track packages for a living anymore, I'll happily sign your copy. Now, what can I do for you? When folks lose a limb, some get ghost sensations. feel like the limb's still there. Well, imagine that across your whole body. When you're strapped in long enough, you and your machine, you grow to understand each other. What the machine can take and keep going, and what the human can. We'd even sleep in our mechs so we could deploy faster. And since they were a hell of a lot more comfortable than the cots the UC issued, you spent your life cradled in the arms of a war machine. That's what it's like to pilot a mech, and that's what I want to write about. The armistice that ended the colony war put plenty of new laws into place, but the two big ones were no more xeno-weapons and no more mechs. You'll get into trouble for even having mech components on your ship on more settled worlds. So those of us that made our living piloting them were left without a purpose. Which is how I went from driving a 1,500 horsepower battle frame to working in a shipping warehouse. Sailing across the settled systems, hunting down all these other pilots, it's not going to be cheap. That's why I'm living in scenic Gagarin and not, say, downtown New Atlantis. Every spare credit goes right into the book fund. Of course, I don't exactly mind living in the same town where my mech was built either. But once I've got enough, I'm gone. Roger that.
Gagarin was a one-industry city for a long time. Now we go.
I've been trying to get a transfer to New Atlantis. Pays better, climate's better, but I don't think I'm the only one.
Fitting that the first people into space should be immortalized in this way.
You're not on my calendar.
Were it not for
This
the
arc
path
might
they
be
first
limited.
walked,
I'm on
we
Gagarin to make
would not
money,
be
not
here.
friends.
What gave it away? I was born in New Atlantis, but the business environment is so stuffy there. Centuries-old firms set in their ways. Gagarin is gritty, exciting, an opportunity for growth. And isn't that what business and life are all about? Oh, Chief Pretorius? She thinks Gagarin is just peachy being poor and run down. Has no vision. But Arkmite does. Thanks to our investment, the largest formerly shuttered mech plant in the city has been refurbished and is churning out some of the finest heavy equipment in the settled systems. And we're sharing that vision of a revived Gagarin with others. We've been bringing in investors, showing them all the potential of this place. We were only asking the chief to make sure the areas we'd planned to visit didn't have any malcontents running around. Unfortunately, some of the locals don't appreciate all we've done for the city. We expect they will. After all, what truer sign of respect is there than a high-paying salary? Arkmite? We're the galaxy's premier heavy equipment firm. Diggers, construction robotics, that sort of thing. And we're on Gagarin to take advantage of an opportunity. The city's old mech factories have been sitting dormant for years now. But they're open again thanks to us. We've automated the old assembly lines and brought plenty of money to the city in the process. It's a win-win for all involved. This has been lovely. Really.
Arkmite will not be held responsible for any harm you sustain during your visit.
Arkmite sunk a lot of capital into this place. Guess they think there's real money to be made.
End of the colony war hit Gagarin hard.
Gagarin's not an easy place to live. Nice to finally be getting some new neighbors.
I hate it when the walkways creak.
You been to Clint's recently? You get crushed under all that crap yet?
You have any problems? You should talk to Chief Pretorius. She'll help you out.
Sorry, I'm just too busy today. I've always been passionate about environmental law, so coming here was a natural fit. Imagine having all these wild ideas about how you were going to end corporate malfeasance, and I couldn't even win one case. But you can only cry about it for so long. I told myself to suck it up and win the next one, and the one after that. It didn't matter how many tries it took, I'd just keep chiseling away at the whole justice system until I made a crack. That's right. And the one thing I've learned is there's no one case that'll solve everything. It's a process. Not as many as I should, given the contracts these miners are signing. Most of the time, I'm just here to remind folks they've got rights. A piece of paper can make you do a lot of things, but it can't break the law. If you'll excuse me.
Want to know what I think about all these new businesses buying up the town? No comment.
I don't miss all the extra heat from the old forges, that's for sure.
Our last head of security was a real hard-ass. Now, if Chief Pretorius chews you out, you probably earned it.
Hello, Captain.
Always a satisfying moment to return to your ship.
Let's put this bird into space. Aim point reached. Orbit stable. Grav jump complete.
Welcome to the Freestar Collective. Please maintain your current course while we scan your ship. All right, you're good. Welcome to Neon.